So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life and TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review. This one is of Married at First Sight, season 14, Boston. This is episode number 1. Here come the weddings. How many of y'all actually come down to the wedding march song? Like people who have been married before or married. Did y'all come down to the wedding march? I came down to Tony Terry. I did. We did not have the wedding march song at all. Here comes the bride. We didn't do that. I had Tony Terry. Yes, I did. So anyway, I would have had Jesse Powell. I would have had Jesse Powell, but the place I got married didn't have it in their little entourage. They didn't have it in their entourage. So anyway, this is episode 1. Episode 1, baby, was 3 hours long. Being that I don't have cable and I had to watch it via the internet, luckily I didn't have to watch 3 hours. I only watched 2. But for y'all out there who watched it live, 3 hours long. There was no need for this to be 3 hours. Not at all, because they basically, the first hour and a half, went over everything that they talked about in the matchmaking special. Why can I not say that word? I couldn't say it last video either. In the matchmaking special, in the last special. So yeah, they didn't have to go over a lot of this, but I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate it the same way that they did. I'm rooting for Michael and Jasmina. That is the couple that's my couple. Jasmina, first of all, is so fucking gorgeous. That is a gorgeous woman to look at. I think that her and Michael will struggle. I think they will struggle with communication. But in the end, find a way to make it work and stay together. And I think that they have the potential to be one of these long-term couples. In all the other groupings, it's too many red flags for me. Just absolutely too many red flags in all these other groupings. Something they bring my camera. I don't like the way it look. I like the way it look. Ooh, my boob. Saturate. Hold on, let me get my shirt together. My tank top together. It has low armage because this is a boy's shirt. This is my cousin's shirt. He left it with me about 5 or 6 years ago. Anywho, if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like any part of this video. That way YouTube can know that you like a sister. I'm saying, there's an applause button down there if you want to stay and give me a few coins to help me out on this channel. You could join the channel and become a member. Help me out that way as well. We're doing big things popping right here. I'm trying to buy a house. I'm just saying. So, other words, if you already subscribed or you just a lurker looking, just drop some comments down in the comment section. Let's talk about this show, okay? I wish I could really live tweet with y'all for real. But being like I say, I'm not in my own home right now. I'm moving from short-term apartment to short-term apartment. We don't have cable. I don't get to live tweet with y'all. But what I've learned from y'all's Twitter post, y'all thought Lindsay was annoying as hell. Y'all think she a hoot, but y'all think she annoying as hell. Y'all said that Alyssa was a bit of a mean girl. That Olajuwon is probably still a hoe. Mark's eyes, yeah, they think that he owns something. I think Lindsay owns something. They think it's Mark because of his eyes. But I don't know if y'all realize Steve got them same eyes. Yeah, when he gets expressive, yeah, he do the same thing. Anywho, they think that Michael is ugly. That he's too ugly for Jasmina, first of all. I didn't think Michael was ugly at all. And they showed a picture of him with his beard shaved off. He still looked attractive to me. Usually some dudes be using the beard as makeup. You take their beard off and they just ugly underneath. I didn't think Michael was. I thought Michael was still an attractive dude. He had a push down. My friend Nicole called short men push downs. You can stand on top of the head and push him down. She gonna push the head, push down. But no, he probably taller than me. I'm only 5 feet tall. But I thought Michael was attractive. They think Katina is stuck up. My problem with Katina at this point is her wig. I'm so sick of that damn unit. My girl is working me. That unit is working me. Anywho, I also see people defending the fact that Steve don't have a job. Even using the term like he in between jobs. I see where they got it from during this episode. He's not in between, baby. He is not in between. He got laid off and he chose not to look for further work. That's not in between jobs. That's being unemployed. Okay, you can't be in between something if you don't have a goal on the other end. There's no in between. Okay, Also, it seems that the experts have either trauma bonded these people together again or gave them exactly the opposite of what they asked for. Like, it's so very intentional. I've been watching Married at First Sight, the Unmatchables. I don't know if y'all know about that. There is a guy, the Unmatchables are people who tried out as contestants and they found them so unlikable to be connected to anybody. So what they're doing, they're taking these couples and they're sending them out on dates, hooking them up that way. So this particular guy, he didn't want no big woman. He was keen on smell. Like, if you don't smell good, he walking by you. He big on you being on time. And they hooked him up with an overweight sister who had a flatulence problem, who shows up late to everything on purpose. They thought this was a good match. I mean, in the end, at least for the show and purposes, they decided that they had a good date. But why would you want to be in a relationship that you starting off with struggle? That's what they basically doing. You starting off with struggle. That don't make sense to me. Anywho, back to Married at First Sight Boston season 14 episode 1. The weddings are coming. It took us all the way to the end of the doggone episode to get to a wedding. We could have seen a couple people in this episode. But anyway, they first need to announce what they're going to do to their families. Mark is at his friend John's house because Mark's family is really not around. His mother's in sick and shut in, and his grandmother's in the nursing home, right? That's all his family got there. So he's going to tell John's family because John's family is like his family. His friend John going to have reservations. He already know. I was thinking, just from watching him, that he possibly has a thyroid problem. Mark does. That's why he bugs his eyes like that. If he bugged him out of habit, he does it because he's trying to hone in on a point. Like when he gets expressive, or at a point that would have been like a pause in a sentence or exclamation point, that's when he does his eyes like that. Like I said, he is the primary caregiver for his mama and for his grandmother. I sense something else is going on with the mama. It's something other than medical, but he thinks that his mama has her condition is so messed up that she mentally, emotionally can't handle it, and she'll feel embarrassed about how people see the way that she walks now or whatever ailment she has. So she's not going to even bother to come to the wedding at all. Congratulations, that's basically what she told him. I think that this is going to be an instant burden on a new wife, especially one that he doesn't even know. However, Lindsay has an issue with her mama. They don't have any relationship. She thinks her mama hates her. So it may be that Lindsay actually attaches to the idea of Mark's mom, possibly, if not Mark's mom, the grandmama at least. And I just got this feeling that the grandmama's going to pass during this season, and Lindsay is going to need to be there for Mark. I just got that feeling. I don't want to put that out there in the atmosphere, but something about the way that they've been setting up the story makes me think that, because when they did the matchmaking special, not the matchmaking special, the special that came on afterwards, they made a point to show how one of these couples had a family member pass and how that person was there for them. They automatically showed up for them. I think they showed that segment right after they showed Mark and Lindsay. So I think they're going to try to tie those in together. That's just me. Okay, so anyway, Lindsay, I don't understand why she's getting married right now. Just a year ago, you were dumped 5 days before your wedding. Not even a year ago, for real. And you finna just rush right into another marriage. Lindsay and Mark, what they have in common, their faces annoy me. Their facial expressions really bug the shit out of me. Actually, Lindsay's whole demeanor bugs the shit out of me. But they have the cats in common. They are very out there, you know what I'm saying? They usually speak their mind. I think Lindsay tries to get people to laugh at her. She has to be the life of the party. I think Mark, that's just who he is. He's just goofy. He has acknowledged his goofy. So, you know, he just becomes the life of the party. Because he did have me laughing. He did have me laughing. Her daddy basically say that whoever is her future husband is going to have a lot of patience. The patience of a saint to deal with his daughter. She don't have a filter. And she reacts before she thinks. Sounds to me like she's one that could fly off the handle at any moment. You know, maybe a tad bit abusive, if not physically, at least verbally. I was like, I really need to see these psychopaths that y'all did on these people, because it doesn't make sense why you would be selecting these type of people and saying they are ready for marriage. Okay, they may be ready for counseling. You know, they may need help going on a date, but marriage, okay. Anywho, Katina. Like I said, I'm gonna need baby girl to switch up that wig, that unit. I need her to switch it up. Whatever. Olajuwon is who she's matched with. He claimed he had been single for 2 years. He a whole lie and a cheat. His brother Sean said his boy done lost his damn mind because he know his brother is a hoe and a cheat. And they put him with a woman who has been continuously cheated on. Who has ended up being somebody's side chick and didn't know it. That's who, and you put her with this guy who's been an habitual cheater. She's gonna have trust issues, especially as she finds out what type of past he has had. They claim he's had 2 years, you know, to grow and to love himself. But he said in this episode, that's all he's been doing is having sex. I said last episode, if this boy ain't been celibate, he ain't working on shit. That's what I said. Anyway, my friend told me that you can't trust a man with a mohawk anyway. And from what I know, most of the dudes that I know that had mohawks, there is some truth in that. There's some truth in that, right? He claims he wants a traditional wife. I don't think he know what a traditional wife is, right? He's like, she better cook. That's a deal breaker for him. But that's not what he told the experts. He told the experts he would like her to cook, but if she don't, he'd be okay with that. She don't have to do it every day. He is now saying that if she don't cook, she can't cook, or she won't cook, she is not a wife. His sister say, look her, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, she ain't gotta do a damn thing. I was like, you better tell him, sister, read him down. She ain't gotta do a damn thing. Marriage is a partnership. You do it together. His friend's wife kept chiming in like, bruh, that's not a tradition. You don't want a wife. You want a maid. That's what you want. Okay? So, she said the sister tell him she gonna give some advice to her future sister-in-law. Have patience with him. Bear with him. Ignore the fuck out of him at the same damn time. In other words, fuck him and feed him grits. That's how I would say it, right? Katina is too independent for that shit. Now, mind you, she lives at home, but she still is a very independent soul. She's a foodie who likes to go out and try new things. She'll cook if she want to, but not because she has to. Ain't nobody gonna tell her she gotta do anything. I can't see that coming. I can't see it. I would love to see Katina's face without makeup. She's so heavily contoured. She's cute. The makeup is even cute, but it's some lighting. Her contour too heavy for me. It's why I gotta pick her apart, because that's what I do. I'm judgmental. That's what we do over here. Okay, so anyway, Steve's family over the freaking moon that he's about to get married. They probably hoping that this will work for him and make him get a new job. That's probably what it would be. During the matchmaking special, he said that he was laid off as to why he wasn't working. This time he says that he could not picture living another winter in Boston. So he decided to head south and live out of his car. Remember I talked about him saving up enough money to be able to live and travel freely for 4 months. He probably had some money saved up. He lived out of his car, you guys. Where he had to stop at park and gas station bathrooms to take a shower and shit. He was living out of his car on purpose. Not getting hotel rooms, living out of the car is what he said. On purpose. Okay? And this is who y'all gonna put financially fragile Noy with. This is who y'all think financially fragile Noy should marry. I'm so pissed about this matchup. Him and Olajuwon. Olajuwon, I think Alyssa too, have both said that they want to get married because everybody around them is married and having children. Is that really the reason why you want to do it? Because everybody else around you is doing it? Anyway, one of Steve's brothers who looked just like him. He looked just like him. He was like, so what you gonna tell your wife about what you do? He was like, I'm gonna tell her I had a job and now I'm just out here living for myself. I'm being free, finding myself, that whole spiel, you know what I'm saying? Bro was like, so in between jobs? And I'm like, no, dog, unemployed. He ain't in between nothing. His sister say, I think your wife gonna want you to have a job. I don't know if it was just editing, but Steve looked dumbfounded like, you think? Really? I'm not fine enough just for her to want? No, Steve, you're not, bro. No, Steve. Why would anybody with or without a job even apply for this show? Unless you have a strong financial setup that you don't need a job. You don't have one because you don't want to apply for one. I mean, you got fired. You may not be employable. You think you're employable. You may not be. You don't know because you ain't applied for shit. Okay? Anywho, Noi, she wanted to share with her friends because all her family does not live there. You know, she moved to the East Coast. All her family on the West Coast. All her friends seem very happy for her. They say she is a quiet, free spirit person. Once you get to know her, she gonna let the fuck loose. Okay, what was her nickname? Quiet Noisy. Quiet Noisy is the nickname. I think initially her and Steve will click, but in the end, it ain't nothing there that's gonna sustain them long term. And for the exact reasons I think that ain't nothing there is the exact reasons why Pastor K, I think they are gonna have long term. I just don't see it, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking about these couples. Who y'all think is gonna last? Okay, do y'all see if like I said, I think Michael and Jasmine are gonna laugh. I think they're gonna struggle, but I think they're gonna last. You know, whatever y'all reasons are why y'all think these couples would last or would not last, drop it down in the comment section for me. Now, Jasmina, told you, beautiful girl, but she has this resting bitch face, honey. Ooh, she got this resting bitch face. When she got there, she didn't really even hold off. She was like, you know what, y'all gonna come to my wedding? And they was like, what? Her family did not give that fake, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. They didn't do none of that. They was like, huh? What you say now? Oh, this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Jasmina is gonna be hard to break down. The walls of vulnerability, it's gonna be hard for them to break through those walls of vulnerability. The problem is Michael is not good at being vulnerable at all, or showing his vulnerability either. Jasmina, again, does not want to lead. She does not want to be the one who out there chipping away, trying to make you see her. She wants somebody to come in, you know, ready to, you know, shape and mold and all that good stuff. And Michael is not that person. Michael's a bit laid back. He wants to see what you're going to do and he'll react accordingly. Michael is that person that goes through and finds the one negative thing about you. She chew too damn loud for me. I don't know if I can deal with that the rest of my life. That is Michael. Somebody said that Michael is full of himself or too short of himself. Wait a minute, y'all. Did I break something? OMG's Weezy. Oh. I got this sheet on my bed and my cat was up there and she jumped down. I thought she ripped the sheet, but she didn't rip the sheet. She just it ain't zipped up. I need another bottle of water that's across the room. Anywho, yeah, I think they will clash initially. I do think they're going to clash initially, but I think in the end they will make it work out. Michael and Jasmina seem like the ones to me who are really, really here to love someone and have somebody love them. That's what I sense from them, both of them. You know, her first relationship was with a Donnell Jones type of dude. Y'all know. I just need time to see where I wanna be. See, when you love someone, you just don't treat them bad. Oh, how I feel so sad now that I wanna leave. She's crying her heart to me. How could you let this be? You know, that Donnell Jones, y'all know that. Donnell Jones was the dude in his song that said he got this girl, she loved him, she treating him right, but then he just want to hold him just a little bit longer. So he need to step out on the side, be himself, do what he want to do, and then he gonna come back to you. That's what the Donnell Jones syndrome is, right? This dude did that to Jasmina. She was like, pump your brakes, bro. You ain't coming back here. Ain't no takesy backsy here. Ain't no, be gone. Okay? That's how she feels. She's like, nah. And then the next dude, she said her last serious relationship, he didn't leave. He didn't say, you know what, I need to take a break and come back to you later. He just went in and had another baby on her outside of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I think this is another thing that really like warmed me to Jasmine. It actually warmed me a little bit to Lindsay too when I heard about her situation with her mom. Jasmina's had a fucked up childhood as far as parental structure is. Her mama walked out on the family when she was 2 years old. She said she's sisters of 9. She has 9 siblings, right? But she said she don't know them all. the way that they presented it in the matchmaking episode was that she was cool with all her sisters and brothers. You know, she grew up with all 9 of them. No, she got 9. She just don't know them all, right? Okay, so her mama left her though. She's the 3rd oldest of the 9. Her mama walked out when she was only 2 years old. Okay, so the daddy remarried to this woman named Kim when she was 7 years old. Kim and Jasmina look just alike. They look like they are really biological mama and daughter. Okay. Then the pops left her, went back to Jamaica. And so Jasmina, I'm not sure what age pops did this, but Jasmina went to Kim and said, hey, can you be my real mama? Can you take guardianship of me and my sister? And Kim did. So she considers Kim to be her real mother. Of course, Kim has remarried again, got a little few more kids underneath the thing. I was like, whoa, child, you've had a life, honey. But I see the jokester in Jasmina. I saw the jokester in Michael. I'm like, if they just open up to one another, it's just, you know, if they can just pull it out of each other, they gonna be good together. Anyway, she got some serious trust issues that she gonna have to get through. And mama just like, he better not hurt my baby. That's all I'm saying. He better not hurt my baby. Okay. I think Michael's sisters and Jasmina's sisters, they gonna click. After they get past their first roadblock, I think they're gonna click. The sisters are very protective of Michael. They're excited he's about to get married. They think he deserves somebody. The brother is Ralph. He was like, bruh, you know you don't. You know that you are not considerate of other opinion. You know that you project negative opinions on somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that, I know that's to protect you from being hurt by somebody, but you really need to work on compromising with somebody else's need. So his brother Ralph was like breaking him down. You know, he was like, and I think that Michael was really accepting what he was saying. You know, he was really acknowledging what this man was saying to him. Okay, so next, Alyssa and Chris. I feel bad for Chris. I feel bad for Chris with this one. I do. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I don't know who I'm going to feel worse for. Mark or with Lindsay or Chris with Alyssa. I guess Chris's mom didn't know he was trying out for the show. She was like, are you fucking crazy? You know, I used the cuss words, but you know, that's what she meant. Can I be rooting for half of a couple? Like, I'm rooting for Chris, but I'm not rooting for Alyssa. I don't really like Alyssa much. But like I said, I hope I'm wrong by her. I hope I warm up to her. Because I didn't like Bao last season either. And I kind of warmed up to her after a while. And then at the end, anyway, I want this for Chris. It's kind of weird, you know. Remember he had the dog cage thing? But I want this for Chris. His mom is like, you know, it takes you a while to realize when somebody isn't right for you. He can go years in a relationship, in a fucked up relationship, holding on, thinking maybe it changed before he say, you know what, this ain't gonna work out, okay? But right now, being on the show, baby boy, you ain't got that luxury. You finna be married, okay? Alyssa, her nose too, her contour of her makeup gets on my damn nerves too. I'm not just gonna talk about Katina, I'm gonna talk about Alyssa too. Her makeup is freaking hideous. Hideous. Anyway, it's time for the singles to meet up before they get married, you know, create some bonds, discuss their wants and they don't wants. And while all the women were speaking on their family support, Lindsay broke down and told us about her relationship with her mom, how her mom is shit to her, how she won't even come to the wedding, she been begging and shit. Then with the fellas, Facebook crook, who I'm gonna call Two-Face from this point on, Olajuwon. He says that he meets all his women on Facebook, okay? But then the women profiles, they turn out to be fake. Almost like he being catfished. However, he got 50-11 damn personalities himself. 50-11 identities himself. He also, like I say, does them crazy fucking eyes too, like Mark. So I gotta watch crazy ass eyes all season between him, Mark, and Steve. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Alyssa. I think Alyssa is lying about her breakup, and this is the reason why. During the matchmaking special, Alyssa said they broke up while they were in couples counseling. Then the first half of this episode, she said she was driving home and he told her not to make dinner. He dumped her over the phone. Now while she's sitting here talking to the lady, she's saying, I was at home making dinner already. He came in and then he dumped her out of nowhere. Get your lies straight, Alyssa, because poetry will find them and pick them apart. Get them straight. Chris said he's been a long-term serial date. Again, he'll date you for 1, 2, or 3 years. Mark is like house weight, because after 6 to 8 months, I won't know when we walking down the aisle. That's how I feel about it, right? So Lindsay, I think they was talking about dogs and pets and stuff like that. And Lindsay said something about how she would Bigfoot a dog, and Alyssa had just said how she rescue dogs. The look on her face was like, no, this bitch didn't just say that. No, she didn't. Yeah, we won't be friends. That's exactly the look that Alyssa gave her. Well, Katina and Lindsay, they both say they don't plan on consummating the marriage on wedding day. Michael and Mark, they say if the energy is there, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. I heard Jasmine say, you know what, if it happened, it happened, boo. You know what I'm saying? Mark even went so far as to say, decision day come around, not only will, we have consummated marriage, there may be a pregnancy announcement. That's how Mark feeling. Two-Face said that, all he been doing is having sex anyway these past couple years. So having sex with the wife right now is the last thing on his mind. Matter of fact, if she even try to initiate having sex, he gonna smash her. Basically thinks she a hoe, like he is. Okay. Two-Face be lying. Let me tell you how I feel Two-Face be lying. Because he be speaking words of affirmation in moments that should be a positivity. And yeah. People talk and they saying good things, they usually shake their head. But when they're lying, their actions will differ than what their words are saying. He was like, I like her. No, you don't. No, you don't, bruh. But yeah. For the ladies, they assume that Noi is going to be the first one to bust it wide open. Only because she's so quiet. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you heard Jasmine saying, if you do it, then you do it, girl. That's okay. It ain't nothing wrong with it. That's what she was saying. I think it's going to be Lindsay. If she don't get on Mark damn nerves, I think it's going to be Lindsay, because she protests too much. She's like, it ain't going to be me. I ain't going to be the first one. Don't look at me. For the men, I think Two-Face is going to try. I don't know. I don't think Katina going to give it up to him. I don't. So if it's Lindsay, then it'll be Mark. Okay, well, now it's off to buy the dresses and the tux. I hated Lindsay's first dress. I hated Lindsay's second dress. I preferred the second one over the first, but I hated both of her dresses. Mark looked great in both of his fits. I like the yellow tie better, but that ain't the one he chose. Lindsay, she don't even care for the dress for real. She all flared out, drinking the champagne. You know what I'm saying? I think they were trying to set it up to make us believe that Lindsay has a drinking problem, because everybody was drinking during this episode, but they kept focusing on different points where they showed Lindsay drinking. They showed her with the champagne. They showed her with the bottle when they had the little four-way meetup. They showed, they kept focusing on that. They were building something up to us to let us know Lindsay liked to drink. But in every scene they forgot to show, or they didn't highlight, everybody around her was drinking as well. Okay. So yeah, Michael, he wanted a burgundy tux. I was like, but he did look nice in the ones that they showed. Burgundy not the easy color to match when it comes to a wedding, but yeah, he came out with the full ensemble on. I was like, okay, you look good, dude. You really look good. Jasmina, bitch. She looked stunning in both of her damn dresses, yo. I didn't like the sleeves. And I'm glad when her sister took them off of her. Yeah, but I think I may be a little bit biased because I really like Jasmina. I really relate to her. I connect to her. I'm rooting for her. I want her to fucking win. And then she has such a humble job. She's a fucking teacher. I think she's a preschool teacher, elementary school teacher. Anyway, characterized from what I've seen, she is on point, on top of being beautiful. Okay, but I think she's gonna be too strong for her own good at times. Yeah. I just want them to work. Okay, so now on to the bachelorette parties. I'm looking at the time. When I get close like that, I'm looking at the time. Do my bug eyes. So I look at the time. So, why the hell are the men in a strip club and the women gotta go to a goddamn drag club? Why? Make it make sense. Okay. Why they at the club? Olajuwon say this is his habitat. In other words, he lives up in the strip club. This is the place he likes to go. Katina, she don't even like to use sex toys. But remember, he want a girl that can go to the strip club with him and smack some ass. You don't want no traditional wife, son, because ain't no traditional wife gonna do that shit. But his wife don't use sex toys. Says not a thing. Chris, he looking at Two-Face like, yeah, he ready to get married. Not. Okay? Not. Me and Chris saying the same doggone thing. But yeah, he like, yeah, I need my wife to come back to the club with me. Now he was fucked up. Two-Face was fucked up. I want her to come back to the club with me and get on these bitches with me, dog, right? His friend is like, do you hear yourself speak? My words not his, but that's what he was saying to him. Do you even hear what the words that coming out of your damn mouth, idiot? Anyway, Alyssa, she off in the cut, not kicking it with anybody, not even her own friends. Her friends were bored as fuck. They were mad that they were there. Girl, we not gonna party. This is your damn bachelorette party. What if they had threw one for her? Luckily, her man ain't doing nothing either. He's like, no. That's Two-Face sitting there, got cooch all up in his face. The stripper all upside down with her cooch all in his doggone face, all by his mouth. And he like, you know, all like that. And Chris is like, you know what? I want to do that. I want to do exactly what Two-Face is doing, but with my damn wife. Not with some random ass stripper who is up in every man's face like that 365 days of the year. Come on now. Wedding day. Again, we only see one wedding this episode. This episode, even though 3 hours long, it seemed kind of rushed because I'm here for the wedding. And the first, like I said, the first hour, hour and a half, 2 hours was nothing but recapping what the matchmaking special had already told us. Okay, and I was like, we usually get like a breakdown. I said, no, they ain't finna rush everybody wedding in these last little 30 minutes. I know they ain't finna do that. Anyway, the wedding reception is like the best part of the wedding for me. The wedding just be like, come on, get this shit over with. Except for this wedding. Lindsay, baby, you have made Married at First Sight history with the way you behaved at your wedding. At least I believe, at least from the seasons I have watched. They up first. I was so mad that they couldn't do shit with Lindsay's hair. It looked so flat and dull, and her hair was coiled. They could have gave her some clip-ins, some additional highlights, something. She looked so flat. Have it pinned up. She looked like her normal self, which is like, I can't, she's not even the girl next door. Like, she's a tomboy. Yeah, she's a little tomboy girl next door. And that's what she looked like in this wedding dress too, even walking down the aisle. Like, Lindsay be thugged out. That's how she was looking. Anywho, like I said, I already hated the dresses anyway, so that didn't make it look no better. I was surprised that they didn't have the wedding in the hotel that they were actually staying in. So they got to bus it over to the wedding. They gave them party buses. Lindsay and I guess one bridesmaid, because it was nobody else in that truck, turning up, honey. She is killing the champagne, right? Her friend ain't shit for letting her drink 2 bottles, because that's what she said. She drank 2 bottles of champagne before she went to this doggone wedding. Ain't no telling what she got to drink before she got in the party van, okay? Because Lindsay was on one, baby. I hope they was exaggerating, and I hope that they had already signed their marriage licenses beforehand. Because legally, I don't think this show can allow them to get married when you're drunk. Like that? Like that? She was shit-faced. She wasn't white boy wasted, but she was shit-faced, right? And when it came down to her vows, she still, you know, got it out. Although she was slurring and burping and all that stuff all through the doggone wedding. With this wedding reception, oh my God. Oh my goodness. But I was thinking, how embarrassing for this girl. You know, especially if this is supposed to be a long-lasting memory for a relationship that's going to supposedly last for years. This is the memory you're going to have of your wedding. That I was fucked up. I was inebriated, belching and slurring and swaying, interrupting the pastor as he's speaking, interrupting Mark as he's giving his wedding vows. You know, Mark had the patience of a saint, just like her daddy said. Okay, they introduced this. Before she went out there, they was asking her did she have her wedding vows, right? This mug pulled her dress down, just titties everywhere. Titties just everywhere, trying to find her wedding vows. They wasn't even in there. Wasn't even in there. Okay, she downed some soda. Now, my mama is a drinker. My mama told me if you mix sweet stuff with liquor, that's going to make your headache worse. It'll make your hangover, that's what's called, the hangover worse. She was killing that bottle of soda. I thought she was supposed to drink like club soda or seltzer water or something like that. Anywho, they got to they at the altar and they introduced themselves, and Mark was like, you know, they call me Mark the Shark. She's like, I hate sharks. She kept cracking jokes through the whole opening ceremony. Like I said, she kept interjecting through his vows. Mark did not seem attracted to her at all, even though he said he found her beautiful, right? He couldn't get that ring on her finger. I think Lindsay lied to them, told him she was a size 5, 5.5. That ring, she needed a 7. But they were struggling. They gonna have to saw that mug off her finger to get her right size. And you can't put no butter, no KY jelly, nothing on that finger. That ring ain't budging. I guess they gonna stay married forever because that ring is there forever, ever. His face the whole time was like, Lord, what the hell did I get myself into? Mark is a bubbly dude. He was quiet. He had toned down. He was like, she got a lot of energy. You think? We thought you had a lot of, no, your wife got a lot of freaking energy. Now, I understand feeling really nervous and stuff like that. I do. I understand maybe getting a little couple shots in here, there. You know, I understand that, Lindsay. But not to that point, girl. I ain't never seen Mark that quiet. They was, after the wedding, they was back there talking. She knocked the whole damn bouquet over. I was like, that may be a sign, y'all. Yeah, maybe y'all shouldn't did this. That may be a sign. They go outside. Mark coming out trying to find her. She is laid out on the park bench. Talk about, oh, when I die, I want to be a cat. Like, what? And he's like, well, you all right? No, your girl ain't all right. Your wife ain't all right, baby. What kind of animal do you want to be? He said a monkey. Oh, I hate monkeys. Like, Mark can't win. He can't win. She hate monkeys. Monkeys make too much noise. They scratch their ass. They swing from tree to thing. It was everything was wrong with monkeys. I don't care what Mark would have said. She would have hated it. Then they talked about the cats, and she was saying that she was allergic to cats. I'm like, you allergic to cats? You got 3 of them? But she was joking. She was joking, but she was like, you got cats? Oh my God, tell me you lying. Tell me you lying. Are you serious? I was like, Lindsay, calm down, boo. Calm down. He was like, no, I have cats. I have 2. I have 3. He might have 3 and she got 2. She said she getting rid of her cats. She said, ain't no damn way. They finna put 5 cats. Be the parents of 5 damn cats. Ain't no doggone way. She said she getting rid of hers. She getting rid of hers. I was like, okay, girl. And that was one of the things that Pastor Cal was worried about, was all the damn cats. Well, they finna cut the family short. I'm like, I guess she don't like the cats that damn much, because she said she just finna get rid of hers. I guess she would. I would do anything for love. That's what she said. That's what she's saying. But being sober, but I won't do that. That is the end of this episode, y'all. Thank y'all for being patient. Thank y'all for waiting. This is Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 1. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. Hit the applaud button if you want to support. Join the channel if you want to become a member. That way you get access to early videos. Yeah. And I'll see you tomorrow if we're ready to love. Peace.